What's good with y'all? It's C-Mac and I am back for another video. Today, of course, whoa, shocker, another shoe custom, Air Force One custom. These are actually my first time ever working with the Easy On Air Forces. Let me know if you guys are a fan of the replacement Easy Ons or if you guys like the original toddler Air Force Ones. Me personally, I liked the other ones because this strap, but I get it. It's for the comfort of the baby's foot, which is very important. But let's just get straight into it. Just like I start any other shoe custom, I have to remove these laces. On these Easy Ons, I did notice that the laces are permanently attached to the shoe, so I did have to take my scissors and cut through them. After I got all of that figured out, I pull out my acetone to start prepping and stripping the shoe. After I hit every spot on the shoe that I'm going to paint, I am going to start taping it off because I don't want paint to hit the other parts of the shoe because I want to keep those white. For this custom, they wanted it to look like that donut top again, so I did use a stencil and then go in with my airbrush, making sure to apply thin light layers and hitting it with my heat gun in between each layer. Now, if you came here because of the title of the video and you want to know how to use a stencil or how to make stencils in Design Space, buckle down because I'm about to show you. So we're going to be using Design Space in this video. Design Space is used with a Cricut. So once you download Design Space, you go in, you add your text. You can choose what font you want to use. Once you find your font, you'll then want to measure your shoe to know how big or small you want the font on your shoe. Once you got your measurements, you can edit this all on Design Space. So you would want to enter in your size. So now you know your measurements. You enter them into the Design Space. Get cut out through your Cricut. I just use this permanent vinyl. Then once it's done cutting on its own, you then take it and start cutting it out. So you're keeping the rest of that vinyl for a later use and just weeding out what you need now. So I'm just using my X-Acto knife. People use a weeding tool. I just use my X-Acto knife to get it all. Now to get it on the shoe, I just use regular tape. You can use like a transfer tape or anything like that. I just find it more convenient or easier for me to use just regular tape. It works the same for me. Once you pull all that backing off, you can then start placing it on the shoe where you want, making sure you are pressing it down across the whole design before you actually take the tape off. This part can be a little bit tricky, so just take your time on trying to peel back that tape. Lastly, before you start just airbrushing that stencil, you want to hit it with your heat gun. Using your heat gun will help the vinyl adhere to the shoe a little bit better, so you're not leaking through any airbrushing paint. And then I tape around my design, and then I will feed my airbrush and start airbrushing away. Before you pull off the stencil, you do want to make sure that your paint is 110% dry. If you don't make sure that it's dry, the stencil will start pulling the paint. Now I am moving into the sock liner. I take out the insoles and then I mix my paint medium and my paint and just start painting that away. It is a heat set, so making sure that I am hitting it with my heat gun to make sure that it's completely dry. Hitting it with the heat gun is going to make sure that the sock liner stays soft. Like I was saying in the beginning of the video, laces were a little bit different this time. I am adding rope laces, but since I didn't have a lace to match, I just kind of eyeballed it and added some sprinkles on with a toothpick and also an ice cream cone on the back. And to finish up the shoe, I did add some acrylic finisher, and then my laces were dry, so I ended up lacing those up. I didn't have to punch any additional bigger holes. They just kind of worked out. Yeah, just like that, the shoes are done. Stencil work, the bottoms. Let me know how you guys think I did. If you guys liked, make sure to drop that like, comment down below. As always, stay positive, and you know I'll be back for more videos. Bye.
Get out your feelings and get it yourself. Might got the same shoes, but you ain't gonna step. That shit that you just put out, you could've kept.